That is right. It is April 1st, which can only mean one thing. This is no longer Christina and Adam's trail mix. Oh, sorry, he's going to the bathroom. Wait, hold on. This is no longer Christina and Adam's trail mix. This is Rebekah's. For those of you asking, who is Rebekah? Well, you're clearly not a true trail mix fan because I have been on one other episode. Only one, so I know you're starved for Rebekah content. But I was on the Cherry Creek Falls. See, this is significantly easier with two people because Max always wants to stop like every 5 seconds. And so, with two people, he's not holding on the same hand that is also carrying the camera. The camera, which is my phone duct taped to a GoPro stick. I'm not funny. So, who is Rebekah? Some might say. Rebekah's a visionary. Rebekah is tired, frankly, and Rebekah is doing this instead of doing her homework. So that's who Rebekah is in a nutshell. Rebekah also decided to do this in the rain because she didn't check the weather. Some also know me as Becca. That's a pretty common one. Some people call me Beck even. That's cute. Those who call me Becky are dead to me. First off, it's raining a lot right now. But I also was born in Bellevue and I've lived in Washington my entire life, so this is fine. Natural born Seattleite, you might say. You know, many people come up and ask me questions all the time, at school, on the street, and they all say, Rebekah, how are you so beautiful when Adam is your uncle? Go on, Max. And I say, obviously, I'm just lucky I didn't get any of his genes. Dude, I could be doing homework instead of this, and I'm sitting in the rain. So, happy April Fools. You know, you might be thinking, why are you doing this, Rebekah? Becca? Beck? I don't know why. You know, Taylor Swift once said, karma is the cat purring on my lap because she loves me or something. I don't know the song that well, but Taylor Swift failed to mention that karma is also the rain when you try to film a fun prank video for your mom and uncle. This is probably our 5th restroom stop, and I'm a little concerned that his bowel movements are irregular. Guys, my social anxiety is actually way too high for this. Because, like, these people just walk by. And, I just duct tape my phone to a GoPro stick. And I'm just walking around talking to myself. So, this day is going well. Rebekah, tell us more about yourself. Well, gladly. I don't know. I'm 17. That's pretty cool. I'm almost 18. That's how aging works. You know, I think at heart, I'm a party girl. I mean, I've never been to a club or really partied very much, but you know, I think it's the spirit of a party girl within me. I just realized that I had a hood this whole time, so yup. You know, what's my goal in life? I think when I ask myself that, the first thing that pops up is to be rich. But the second thing is to make people laugh, to make people happy. Because I'm a big people pleaser at heart, and I can't help it. I will admit, I have some respect for my mother, and Adam, because I do think that this takes a lot more courage and bravery than most people think, but I also think that they're just crazy. So take from that what you will. Mom, I'm sorry, I did not mean to call you crazy. I meant that more towards Adam. I'm sorry. Please don't ground me. Next year, I'm going to be a senior in high school, and that's kind of wild, but don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I want to do with my life. Thinking of applying to like college, obviously. I don't know where specifically yet, or like what I want to major in or like do. I don't really know even like geographically where I want to go. So yeah, if you've seen other trail mix videos, you'll probably see some of her and me, except I'm like the diluted version, so I'm cooler, basically. You know, I do think I'm decently popular. Like, I feel like most people know me and like me, but not after this. Yeah, after this it's goodbye all the respect people had for me. It's gone. So that's really fun, actually. I really enjoy that. You know what? Let's talk about me more, because that's what this video is all about. I think that if I had to describe myself in one word, I would say that I'm undescribable. I think the things that I love most in life are Beyonce, the color pink, and Pride and Prejudice. So that pretty much sums me up. Yeah. If any of my friends are watching this, like anyone that like I actually know, please burn this from your memory forever. Nobody can know that I've ever tried to do this. This is actually really sad because I'm just walking alone talking to myself. So guys, I really hope this sparks joy in some of you, because I am soaked. You know, I was thinking of over the summer trying to start like a YouTube channel, you know, thinking I would be funny and charismatic and that everyone would love me and I would immediately get famous and not have to go to college. But after this, I don't think so, because I'm not funny and I'm not charismatic. I'm at the end. Thank goodness. This was literally only like a half a mile, so I hope you guys didn't think I was like actually being active or impressive in any way. I hate hiking and I don't really like exercising, but I don't know why I did this actually. What if I broke the law? What if I just like went through? Who's gonna stop me? The police? I mean, probably, but like, you know, my hair was all like pretty and stuff before I started this. Now I kind of feel like a wet rat. And I think I smell like a wet dog. I'm so sorry. You know, key moments in my life, I don't have any because I'm 17 and haven't experienced the world yet. But if I had to choose one, I would say seeing Beyonce live in concert. Because it felt like I recognized what true happiness was in that moment. So take from that what you will. You know, I do think not enough people just like hot girl walk. Like, I feel like there's not enough hot girl walking in the world, and that's why we don't have a world peace. Not enough hot girl walking. You know, I really hope when colleges like look at my digital footprint and go like searching to see if I've done any weird or bad stuff, they don't find this. Not because it's bad or anything, but just because it's really embarrassing. I feel like you do get more comfortable just like ranting by yourself in the woods the longer you do it. So if anyone wants to try it out, I'm kind of a pro already. So except when people walk by and I see that they've heard me, then I immediately look away from them and wish that I could disappear. I hope that all like 10 of you who are watching this right now are enjoying the nature and the beauty of the world surrounding us, because climate change is going to ruin it all. Sorry. I think that my seasonal depression is still kicking in, probably because of this crappy weather we still have. I did hear that it's supposed to be 70 on the weekends though, so I wish that would have been when April Fool's was, because this sucks. You know, my mom is actually at Costco right now getting sushi for dinner, and that sounds really good. I'm really hungry. I actually don't know how I'm gonna edit this because I've kind of just said a bunch of crap, and I'm hoping future me will deal with it and edit it properly. So good luck. Future me here. I hate myself, and I don't know why I did this. You know, one of the things that I struggle with in life the most is the fact that I do have RBF. I feel like when I'm not trying, I look and sound like I hate you. And for some that might be true, but for some it's also not true. So I sincerely hope that whenever you guys see me in public and I look like I'm having the worst time of my life, you don't think that I hate you, because I probably don't. It would actually be really funny if I never use any of this. It just becomes lost footage, you know, something that the world could have come to know but didn't, because I was frankly too embarrassed and not funny enough for my own liking. I do think in life sometimes we set our standards too high. I don't think that's the case for this, but I do think that's the case generally. So don't set your standards too high. Do you hear that? The sounds of nature. So beautiful. Truly. If only they would shut up. You know, Thoreau and Emerson and all the transcendentalists said to go out and find solitude within nature and really take that time to get to know the environment and find peace within yourself. Do you hear that? That doesn't sound like peace to me. I would say that my favorite animal would have to be unicorns, because the 5-year-old in me says that they still exist and that the government is lying to us. They're hoarding them in Area 51. I do think it's crazy that, like, there are so many crazy animals out there with insane features, and we're like, unicorns couldn't exist. That's a horse with a horn. That's magical. Have you ever seen a narwhal? Because I haven't, but I've seen pictures of them, and the government is also lying to us about that. Narwhals aren't real. They made them up to hide the fact that there are unicorns. I do think that I'm more of a conspiracy theorist than I should be. I listened to a podcast once, or maybe I'm just easily moldable, you know? I do think that my brain is still developing, and new ideas in my head can probably completely change my perspective on life and of many things, which is why crazy things like conspiracy theories are so appealing to me. That being said, aliens? All I'm saying is that I've listened to podcasts. I've listened to crazy people talk for hours. I've also listened to smart people talk for hours. And let me just tell you, they sound very similar. Sometimes the crazy people even sound smarter than the smart people. I would look really cute right now if my hair was in a mess and it hadn't just rained. But my makeup is actually staying on pretty well. So get the NYX setting spray. It's pretty good. You know, the latest pleasures in my life have been chapel rowing and ice cream. Specifically the Trader Joe's ice cream sandwiches. The ones with the chocolate chips on the sides. I crave those every day, frankly. Oh, and the little Trader Joe's Reese's Pieces. This is not sponsored, and it never will be, because we have 40 subscribers and we are a dying channel. Well, I saw more people, and I think they heard me talking, so I don't remember what I was just saying, but it was probably hilarious. Now I remember. Chapel rowing in Trader Joe's. You know, I think that chapel rowing is one of the few greatest things that could happen to this world. I think that boys and girls can all be queens every single day, and that I don't understand why more people don't go to the Pink Pony Club. You know, and I would relate to being hot to go but I don't like to leave my house. So I would say I'm more hot to stay. Actually, I think hot for here would be a better joke, because like when you go to a restaurant, you can either get it to go or for here. You know, I'm just gonna redo that part. One second. I think I would be hot for here. Was that good? I really hope that was good. You know, I do think that the greatest compliment I've ever received is from my younger sister's friend, who said that when I was singing, I sounded like Chaperone. And I will never recover from that. You know, I do think that when I post this, I'm just going to hide out somewhere far, far away, never to be seen again. So I guess this is goodbye for everyone, unless I go to school with you or you're my relative, because I have obligations. Well, seems like this is the end of our time together. I'm at the end of my walk, and my mother has been calling me constantly, but I haven't been able to pick up because my phone is duct taped to the GoPro rod. So I have to go do that, and then I have to go do my homework and try not to cry. So I guess this is farewell. Please forget this ever happened. And Mom, Adam, happy April Fools.